Okay, Mario, once again, I forgot in my last video for today, which is Saturday, December 6th, 2025. Forgot to mention that. I always mention the date. Um, I have to do that on every video. It's sort of record keeping because this is sort of my diary on what I'm doing and the way and what I'm sharing, with an audience. Uh, in my previous video, I went over this diagram here, which is basically the board that I've been reverse engineering for the sake of having a map, a personal map that I can use, to troubleshoot, to better troubleshoot, and more than anything, find out, what the cause of this particular chip that shorted, or why that is, because it doesn't help to replace something unless you know the real reason why that happened. And so schematic really helps in that. And so I just had to force myself and do this. It is something that I was dreading doing because it does take a little it does take time, and by the time I got done with this, my brain was a little bit fried because you have to trace every single little line here. And this is not a bad board. It's a very it's a very simple layout and very simple use of logic components here. There are one, two, three, four, and five chips basically on this board here. There's no microprocessor whatsoever in this board, which is really nice, because when you deal with microprocessors, then you got to deal with programming and code that has to be embedded into the microprocessor, and that's another realm. Which this is old school type layout here. I wish these chips would have been on their own sockets, so to make them easier to remove, because I had an issue here removing this one. And I have to repair the board here because I kind of nicked it, because I use my Dremel to just cut it and deal, not have to deal with desoldering every single pin. But basically, these are the chips. This is a this is a buffer that's basically buffering the incoming signals for the as you can see here. Uh, Pretty much this is laid out, in similar way physically that this board is laid out, as much as I could get it into this page here, so that it makes some sense. When you're viewing this, or when I'm viewing this, it's more for my sake than probably anybody that's viewing this. But if you can use this, great. If not, then it's uh, then I guess that's life. In my next video, I'm going to have to extend this video in segments because I cannot get it all in one 3-minute video. So stay tuned for the next video.